A heavily pregnant woman I had never seen before showed up at my door, demanding to give birth in my bedroom because both she and her mother were born there. To set the scene, I'm 26, and I bought this house in 2019 from a sweet older couple. I thought our business ended with the sale, but apparently not. Yesterday, I heard a knock and found a young couple at my door. The woman looked ready to give birth any second. After I asked how I could help, the woman explained that this house used to belong to her parents, and she was born in the upstairs bedroom. Now, my bedroom. Her mother, too, was born in the same spot. And she asked if I would let her bring in the necessary items to deliver her baby in my room to continue the family tradition. I declined, pointing out that this is now my home, and the bedroom in question is where I sleep. I thought my refusal was reasonable, but when I shared the incident with my friends, one of them suggested it was cruel of me to deny a pregnant woman her request. She insisted I could have found a way to compromise, which left me doubting myself. However, after contacting the previous owners, I learned that the woman in question was their estranged daughter. They confirmed that she was unstable and suggested I take precautions. Things escalated 27 days later when she showed up at my door again, this time in labor, accompanied by her partner and 2 midwives. She had lied to the midwives, claiming I had agreed to let her deliver her baby here. When I refused, she broke down, screaming in my driveway. Despite her protests, I stood firm and suggested they head to the hospital just 5 minutes away. Eventually, after a heated exchange, they left, though the incident deeply unsettled me. For my peace of mind, I reported the situation to the police, installed deadbolts on all exterior doors, and asked my neighbor to keep an eye out. After that midnight encounter, I hoped the situation was over, but the whole ordeal left me on edge. Knowing she had lied to the midwives to get into my house made me realize just how desperate or delusional she was. I couldn't stop thinking about her breakdown in my driveway, her screams echoing in the quiet night as her partner tried to calm her down. The next morning, I reached out to the police again and shared the footage from my Ring camera. They appreciated the update but reiterated that unless she tried something more drastic, there wasn't much they could do. Still, they logged the incident and recommended I contact my county's court system to explore a protection order. For added security, I not only installed new deadbolts but also upgraded my security system. I even shared the situation with my neighbors, asking them to keep an eye on the house while I was at work. A week passed without incident, but the encounter left me shaken. Every time I heard a knock or the doorbell, my heart raced. What if she came back? What if she brought more people or tried to break in? It felt surreal that someone I didn't even know could disrupt my life so completely. As unsettling as the situation was, I'm hoping that now that she's given birth, she'll leave me alone. Perhaps the reality of motherhood will ground her, or at least redirect her energy away from my house. Still, I'm not taking any chances. I've done everything I can to secure my home and protect my peace of mind. For now, I'm trying to move on, though the experience has left me with an unsettling sense of vulnerability in what should be the safest place in the world, my home. A few weeks later, just when I thought things had settled down, there was another knock on my door. This time, I hesitated before answering, my heart pounding as I peered through the peephole. Fortunately, it wasn't her, it was my neighbor. They informed me that a strange van had been parked near my house the previous evening. Although no one had approached, the van stayed there for hours before eventually driving off. This news unsettled me further, reinforcing my decision to upgrade security measures. I decided to follow through with filing for a protection order. The process was tedious, involving paperwork and consultations, but I felt it was necessary to protect myself from any further intrusion. When I updated the police, they assured me the documentation and camera footage would strengthen my case should anything escalate. Life slowly returned to normal, though the experience left me more cautious and wary. I stopped leaving my curtains open at night and ensured all my doors and windows were securely locked before going to bed. I even considered getting a dog for added protection, though I wasn't sure if I was ready for that responsibility just yet. While I haven't heard from her again, I can't shake the lingering unease. The thought that someone could become so fixated on my home, a place I worked hard to make my own, is something I'll never fully understand.